Also, this loading screen is taking quite a while, but I don't want to cover the updates changelogs just yet until we can safely do so. Alright, so we're going to go with our same strategy now. One important thing to note is that Dartling has been significantly nerfed this time, but we're going to still try using a Dartling start because I don't know, I want to see how well it holds up in using the same strategy that I always go for. So we can only place Omen in round 2 because in case you didn't notice, Dartling has gotten slightly more expensive at $75 extra, but this is actually a huge nerf because the more expensive Dartling means that it's not viable for early game, unfortunately. But thankfully we still have Boomerang and it's still reasonably usable compared to everything else. So we're going to stick with our strategy for the time being. I think I'm going to place a Boomerang, I don't know, here. Let's start sending blue Bloons. I need to find the optimal placement. I think here is just fine, I think. I hope. There's no way to tell for sure, but nothing you can do, right? Now you just need to wait until you can afford Glaive Ricochet. Also, just want to note that my opponent is using an Alchemist and a Tag Shooter, which is fascinating to say the least. Now I will give a heads up that because of this new update, we are going to reach Hall of Masters relatively easily, and you're going to see why. I think you can achieve it really soon, actually. So let's just let's continue farming for a while, shall we? We're going to wait until we can afford Glaive Ricochet just for the time being. Okay, now let's start sending white Bloons. Also, just to note that my opponent got the worst cross path for the Blade Shooter, which indicates to me that he's most likely a late dungeon player who has upgraded himself to a BFB Colosseum, which as I'll explain later, you'll understand how this is possible. But anyway, his weakness is obviously Camel Bloons, unless you have a village, in which case he's going to die in the late game by a lot. So now, oh yeah, we already got a Glaive Ricochet, so now let's start sending black Bloons. Alright, now with that, let's just head on to the patch notes. Oh boy, do I have some disagreements with it. At least I can still say it's a massive improvement over 1.2.5. So, new feature, the hotkey screen is now divided into categories for easier navigation, which we will explore after this game. So, better changes, general. So, Tower Mastery and Hero Rewards cost increase. Look, I do not know how to feel about this update, this change. I mean, it is just cosmetics after all. It doesn't really change the fundamental gameplay, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I don't think this should have been a thing in the first place. But anyway, win streaks will now give additional trophies up until you reach 85 trophies, previously 50. Now this is a huge problem for me because this means that even in in BFB Colosseum to 0 MG Superdome, you can still get double trophy rewards, which is a huge problem. Because that means that the average Battles 2 player will probably reach 85 trophies by the end of the season. Because, I mean, just do the math yourself. But the point is, yeah, that means a lot of people are going to have like 85, 90 trophies, which means that yes, it's easier to reach Hollow Masters, but then it's also the trophies doesn't mean as much now. Probably have to add new arenas after this in order to remain competitive, unfortunately. But that's just how I see things. I don't think it's that good of a thing, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I am not too optimistic, unfortunately. And yes, I'm right, my opponent's third tower is a village, which means he is really screwed for the late game. Like, really late game, he is so screwed. So we're just going to play until late game. It also gives us time to talk about the balance changes as well, so let's just exploit that. Now, let's continue. To make matches fairer for new players, certain tiers of upgrades are now restricted in the lower arenas. Now, this was covered in the old video of mine talking about the 1.0.6 patch notes. Yes, it is going to be fairer. Everything until White Wasteland is capped at tier 3, then Lead Dungeon should be tier 4, and then Ceramic Crucible almost is tier 5 if I remember correctly. Also, he seriously thinks that he can kill me with this. But at least this gives us an opportunity to see how good this new Dartling is, and it's not too good. Oh god, that's a boost. Alright, so now we know that Dartling isn't too powerful, and yeah, I leaked because of that. Fair enough. Alright, so that means we still need to get additional defenses other than Dartling, because that doesn't seem to be enough. Hello, I'm bored. Welcome to the live stream, and yes, I am still using Dartling because I want to test out how powerful it is for the time being. So while we talk about the balance changes, you know. But yeah, this is terrible. I wasn't focusing. I could have popped those Diva balloons, unfortunately, but yeah, I still focus on leaking those other balloons. Anyway, dogs again. Thank you so much for this luck. But yeah, I'm still going to stick to Dartling for at least the first few matches so that I can get a general sense of how much the Dartling has been nerfed. That's the whole point of this, right? But anyway, let's continue talking about balance changes, shall we? So, anyway, Dog's map will no longer appear in COMG Superdome or Hall of Masters, which is fair enough, I suppose. Although I really love Dogs, unfortunately. Now, rounds changes, I have covered this. Well, I have covered this in the previous Battles 2 live stream. I don't think I need to cover myself again. And yeah, so anyway, bad base health reduced from 14k. Okay, that I didn't know. I thought the base bad health was at 20k, just like in Bloons D6. But I suppose you know, this nerf helps a little bit. But keep in mind, it's still not a really strong nerf, if you get what I mean. It is a minor nerf. As in, it still makes the bat a credible threat to the opponent. Anyway, my opponent's first tower is the ice, so just want to know that. Anyway, Bloons sense. Space ping eco, space wise has been decreased, which means that space wise is not too viable now, because slightly less viable, not that it's not viable. But ideally, we want to get blacks. You should try sub, it will get a buff. We'll look at that later, but for the moment I have no intention of going for a sub strategy. Let's see. And group purple eco has slightly increased. I just wish that group purple eco has been increased significantly. But that's not the case, unfortunately. It's more of a kill balloon. Like as in, it's a balloon that easily ends your game, rather than you know, do anything else. So yeah. But anyway, now for the actual balance changes to all the other monkeys. So let's start off with the Dark Monkey. So Super Monkey and Plasma Monkey Fan Club has been buffed. Ultra Juggernaut has his price reduced, and the Crossbow Master has been buffed. So that's nice. It increases the usage of Dark towers. Of Dark Monkeys at least. But we should still know that it is more of an early game tower. And why are we slowing down? Why? My live streaming is just fine, so I don't know why there's a lag going on. I mean, you can even see it yourself. Yeah, I don't think Ninja Kiwi did fix the server issues with Battles 2, but that's besides the point anyway. Let's get Cliff Ricochet since we can get it. But yeah, at least the Dark Monkey is being a buff. It's not a huge buff, but at least it's something. Boomerang Monkey. Price has been decreased for Middle Path, except for Turbocharge, which I have already explained my disdain for. Morglaze has its price increased, Moab Press also has its price increased, and the Orbital Glaze does a lot more damage through 45 balloons, so that's great. Bomb Shooter, Moab Eliminator damage increased, fantastic. Ice Monkey Metal Freeze upgrade replaced with Cold Snap, and it allows Monkey to freeze and pop lead and Camo Bloon, so basically it's the same as in Bloons C6. What time is it for me now? Just hazard a guess. I'm not going to say it, am I? But anyway, let's continue with this. Glue Gunner. Middle Path Glue is a damage buff from +1 to +2, which is nice. Bloon Solver has its price decrease, so it's a buff. Tech Shooter, Infernal Wing with Super Mage Cross Path. Okay, so this is basically the same as in Bloons C6, the update patch notes. Yeah, exactly the same, nothing to say here. Supply drop price increase and ability cooldown has been increased as well. So, yeah, 4xx main moab stun length has been decreased. Well, stun has been decreased all across, which we covered in the previous update, which I did noted that it was a great thing. And elite sniper prices has also been increased, so that's nice. XOX ever starts, sorry, monkey sub. So monkey sub has been buffed overall, and yeah, my opponent thinks that this is going to beat me, but nope. Ever starts has its price decrease, triple guns price decrease as well. APC also has its price decrease, so bottom buff has been buffed overall. Ballistic missile damage has been increased, and bonus damage with mix also has been increased. Preemptive strike, copy Bloons series exchanges where ballistic missile damage increased to +10, and bonus damage with mix has been significantly increased as well, so that's nice. Let's get high rocket pods first and remove this obstacle while we continue farming. And in the meantime, we're going to rebuy our boomerang as part of our new strategy. Also, assuming you can send balloons constantly, which I don't think we can because of this stupid lag. Don't know what's up with that, honestly. Let's just send a emoji. Why are we reconnecting? We are live streaming this just fine, aren't we? I'm pretty sure it's my opponent's connection that is sucky here. But at this point, who knows? Well, the update come out at 11 AM for me, according to Onboard, but not for me, unfortunately. It came out while I was sleeping, so that should, well, give you an approximate as to when the update came out, or well, what time zone I'm in, roughly. Oh god, why is it reconnecting? As if Battles 2 servers haven't been hammered enough just yet. I swear my opponent is disconnecting. Well, let's find something to do. And well, we can do that by continuing to talk about balance changes before we play anything else. So preemptive strike has been copied, and higher damage with cell mix, and base damage has been increased, which is fascinating. Not a lot, but it's still better. X5 and X5 activated ability now battle ready, which is fantastic. Monkey Buccaneer has been buffed overall, so price decrease for top and bottom path tier 3s. Favorite traits price decrease. Trade Empire cash generation from 2,000 to 3,000 per round, which is nice. It's not a lot, but yeah, it's still something, I suppose. Also, keep in mind when we're in the reconnecting screen, right? It doesn't grant me an automatic win. It could just mean that Battles 2 servers are really laggy today. I will never know, but given that we're live streaming this just fine, I think we have an advantage. But let's continue talking about Battles changes for the time being. Okay, space price has been decreased and it's gotten a buff overall. Fighter plane does slightly more damage, and it's now capable of damaging all balloons types, which includes DDTs, which is nice. Dartstorm, decreased cooldown, increase, well, it's buff overall. Sorry, Sky Shredder also buff. Flying Fortress price decrease, same as TD6, and abilities are now battle ready. So this is fantastic. Heli Pilots. Base attack cooldown has been decreased. Missile gain plus 3 damage to ceramic balloons and higher. Missile buffs to ceramic balloons has been increased. So basically, it got a buff, and it does unstoppable. XX4 and XX5 do unstoppable damage from summoned helis. Now, this is one that I have no idea what the patch notes are talking about. What does it mean by unstoppable damage is up to interpretation, I suppose. Mortar Monkey has been buffed, price decrease overall, and yeah, I don't understand why we're still reconnecting. Jesus Christ, I think we have to reboot the Battles 2, god damn it. Well, it's a loss for me, unfortunately, but it's a bug. It's a stupid bug, unfortunately. If you're reconnecting for more than 1 minute, that means your game has been glitched. Nothing you can do about it. Just something to take note of. Anyway, we're going to go into another battle soon, but anyway, TLDR Motor Monkey has been buffed, which is nice. Dartling Gunner has been nerfed significantly. XY Rocket Storm ability has been decreased, so which it doesn't impact me, I barely use it, but the mat has been buffed, so that's nice. And the Way of Doom price has been decreased because it's not too useful. So that's okay, let's be fair, the Dartling Gunner nerf is fair, but the biggest nerf of them all is that Laser Shock doesn't do that much, well, it doesn't stack, so but to be fair, it's a bug in the first place, so I'll gladly take that. Anyway, we're playing against a BFB Colosseum player in Sands of Time. terrible map actually. Well, we can't. It's too late to skip it, but hey, our opponent is using Striker Jones for some goddamn reason. So let's just pretend that this is how it is. Calplus duration decrease from 70 seconds to 25. Wow, you really have time to use your emoji semi, but not pick your towers. Okay. Anyway, where's the monkey? Overall has been buffed. Nothing much to talk about here. Ninja monkey, already covered that. Super monkey. Now this is interesting. The knockback price has been increased, which is unprecedented. Dark Knight price slightly increased. Sun Avatar price is decreased. Now it's interesting because I thought that you know, Sun Avatar was a lot stronger than the Dark Knight, but it's still a lot more expensive than the Dark Knight, so just have it. Robo Monkey also has its price decreased, and the middle path is now battle ready, so it's a good start, I suppose. I didn't think the Super Monkey needed a buff slash nerf, but here we are. Also, my opponent has a terrible engineer spot, but I'll let that slide. I still don't think it's viable enough for it to be commonly used throughout. Why the hell are we sinking? Oh god, the live stream has been disconnected, didn't it? I don't understand why the live stream got disconnected, but anyway, stream delay is now 45 seconds. You're welcome. God damn it, I forgot to place my open, so let's do that, and let's place our boomerang. Okay, let's hope that it's not too late for us to not lose first blood. Okay, we save ourselves in the nick of time, thankfully. Well then, let's just continue. And yes, the stream got super delayed somehow. Yes indeed. Anyway, let's just move on. Spike Factory. So, has been slightly nerfed. Base spike duration decreased. Spike Storm. External buffs can no longer increase the price of immediate spike's power from activated ability, which is technically a nerf, but I think it's still reasonable. The UFO bat glitch that makes you crash is fixed. Yes, I am aware of that, and I'm glad that it got fixed indeed. Anyway, we need to focus on this game as well, so let's just set sending white balloons for the time being. I still think we can send white balloons and make it viable. And you got first blood, so who cares really? We just need to get Glaive Ricochet, and now you can start sending black balloons. Okay, we can get Glaive Ricochet in the next income cycle, so let's get that. And let's continue talking about Spike Tree. So, Calplus spikes from ability damage increase from 3 to 6, which is huge, and bonus ward damage increased by 2 times. So that makes the you know, Calplus spikes a lot better. So glad that that's fixed. Hold on a second. So my opponent finally got his engineer over here, and he finally got Striker Jones. Alright, interesting strategy. Let's move forward, shall we? Surprised the engineer haven't got enough, honestly. But anyway, let's continue. Monkey Village, X5X ability now battle ready. Okay, fair enough. Engineer Monkey Sentry Gun has been increased its decreased its attack cooldown, so it's buffed. Except for the trap cache, the XXL trap has its trap amount decreased. I just wish that the amount of money you collect from the regular trap is also decreased from, let's say, $700 to $500. I think that is reasonable, because as of right now it seems like the Engineer Monkey is way too overpowered, and yeah, everyone's literally using it in their metas, so I don't think it's too fun to use in its current state. Let's sell this and get Hydraulic Pods for the time being, and let's start sending yellows. Let's see, what is my opponent's weaknesses? I have no idea. Probably F more Bloons as of this moment, but we'll see. So anyway, Quincy is buff overall. Striker Jones has been buff overall as well, and the Gwendolyn has also been buff at its base, rather than, you know, level 3 and 15 whatever abilities whatsoever. But it's not bad. Anyway, a lot of bug fixes, thankfully. Most notable is fixed multiple sticky bombs being able to land on a single moab class balloon, which is huge. And one more. Hang on a second, wasn't Group White's nerf, or was it Space White's? Space White's, yeah, it's Space White's that is buff, not even nerf. Anyway, a lot of bug fixes. Sticky bombs no longer stack, which is fascinating. And let's see. There's one on the Dartling gunner. Yeah, it's fixed 2-3, so Dartling gunner applying laser shock to too many balloons, which essentially means it's unstacked itself. And yeah, that's about it. As always, please let us know your feedback and happy gaming. Well, I have some feedback, of which I've already stated clearly, I think. Also, my opponent is really just going for he thinks that Vigo Z-Bus is enough to kill me, but unfortunately not. However, he did remind me that unfortunately with this new update, the holy shit, let's just buff. Because laser shock has been not significantly, so let's just buff this. Sorry, let's just boost this. And I think we did the right thing by boosting. So now my opponent has to contend with this. Ricochet. I think we might have to get more glaze sooner or later. I think we should still survive for the time being. Yeah, I think we might have to change our metas soon. I don't want to get more glaze actually because I want to send him a moab cast 45 moabs and see how he deals against it. I don't think he's going to deal against it well, but yeah, apparently now the number one comment from this post is please give us a mobile button to constantly send eco, which yeah, I hope that they do as well. And finally, the Dartling isn't OP anymore. Yes, I agree, but I'm still going to use it because for at least for the first few battles, because I still want to see how badly it's been nerfed by. So far it's not looking good. As you can see, we're down to 74 lives because Vigo Rainbow Rushes and Vigo Zebra Rushes are now viable. So anyway, let's just send I don't know 445 moabs, and I think that should be enough. Oh, and also let's just send Zebras, shall we? And we can boost our opponent, can we? That's a boost. Why can't we boost? Come on, quickly on it. Thank you. How's he survive? How did he pop 3 of the 445 moabs? What the heck? Oh, he still has the ninja. Okay, fair enough, I suppose. And he's boosting, so whatever. Not to mention he got the middle path mortar, which, as you... Do you think apple belongs on pizza? No, who does that? Hello MZ, welcome to the live stream. Why is there a Bloons TV 6 Plus? Yes, I was going to cover that in yesterday's live stream, but I really didn't have the well, mood to do so. Shoot, we really have to boost, don't we? Okay, yeah, we're all going to die.